My name is Mike Billsborough. I'm Technical Account Manager and Third Line Engineer at Transvault. Previously I worked at Symantec, where I was a Technical Director of Product Experience for the Enterprise Vault Engineering team. When dealing with products, the end user experience is of galactic importance. A lot of the IT focus is really on the infrastructure and the actual task in hand, but what's critical is how that is felt by end users. They will literally hate you if they lose access to data or it doesn't behave in the way that they expect. Within an archiving system, the user experience is often through shortcuts. Users double-clicking on a shortcut to retrieve the archived item. Users will often see that shortcut as being the item, such that if the shortcut was to disappear, they consider the item to have disappeared as well. Users will deal with shortcuts and treat them just like an email, whether they move them between folders, whether they send them to other users, whether they delete them. They expect it to act just like an email. So it's important that that seamless access to data remains when an archive is migrated. There are unfortunately ways in which data is deleted by users, which means Enterprise Vault doesn't remove the data. So for example, if users were to move shortcuts into their wastebasket and that wastebasket is emptied, the user's expectation is that that data is actually deleted, but in actual fact it remains in the Enterprise Vault system. So when that archived gets restored back to Exchange, all the data which they think has been deleted actually comes back to life. With Transvault migration, the shortcut is key and often is used as the main driver of the migrated data. So for example, with Transvault Migrator, just migrating archived items where only a shortcut exists is one way of doing the migration, such that the expectations of end users is what's delivered. Other examples include where users have been forwarded shortcuts and received them. With Transvault Migrator, even after the migration, it can ensure that those kinds of shortcuts still provide access to the original archived items, so the users still see the data just as they did prior to the migration. Often with migration projects, the focus is on the migration of the actual data rather than the experience of end users to access the data once the migration is completed. So it's important for those considerations to take place very early on and when you're considering different migration vendors.